What's up, weirdos? Things are about to get juicy. What's going on, guys? A little bit of volatility going on. Are you ready? Will the 30-day SMA hold on Bitcoin? Going to be interesting to find out, guys. Only, what do we got? About 5.5 hours left till the daily candle close. Very interesting, guys. Very interesting. We need to stay above the 30-day right now. We're above it as we speak, just barely above it. I want to see us get back up over and close above 106,000. That's what I want, worst case scenario. But as I told you guys last week, I said realistically, we could, I'm not saying we will, but we could come all the way down to the bottom of this bull flag around $100,600, and we would still be inside of a bullish structure, right? I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying that is a worst case scenario possibility, right? So something to keep an eye on. I don't think we're going to, though, guys. I think we're seeing a little bit of a fake out, to be honest with you. Little bit of a correction, but I think we could also hold right about, where was I here? Right about here. We could hold this range as well, right? Right around 105,600 or $105,360. That could hold as well, guys. But let's just hope the 30-day holds, right? But here's the thing. It's the constant tug of war inside of myself, and a lot of you guys can relate to what I'm about to say with this, right? Part of me is like, okay, let's just go parabolic now. Let's get it done, right? But the other part of me is like, you know what, man? Maybe one more deep correction so I can buy some more, right? Am I right? I mean, am I the only one who feels this kind of constant tug of war inside where you're like, I'd love to build my bags bigger, but on the other hand, I'd love to see everything go parabolic. Which one's going to happen? It's a lose-lose in that, guys, because if things go parabolic, you're going to be upset that you didn't have an opportunity to buy one last time. If things go down and you have a chance to buy one last time, well, half of you guys will take advantage of it and the other half won't, and then ask me once we come back if there'll be another dip so you can buy it, right? So yes. So yeah, it's a constant tug of war, right? It's a constant tug of war. So that's how I'm feeling right now. Part of me is excited. I already did more DCing into two of our gems over on the Patreon. I scooped up two more today of both of them. I put my buy alerts over on the Patreon this morning. So if you want to know what I'm doing with my portfolio, my buy alerts, my sell alerts, get over there, guys. Get over there. Check it out for yourselves. All right, let's get into the chat. We got some super chats to jump into. Shannon, grateful for you, brother. I am grateful for you too, my dude. Absolutely, man. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Ramona, always carrying the weight of the team. She says, can't answer the poll because I'm not buying any of those. I'm buying Swift. You know what? That is a fantastic DC opportunity right now, man. Swift coin only has 880,000 in 24-hour volume. Swift is an amazing deal that a lot of people are going to be upset they did not take advantage of in the near future, guys. Ramona also says, hit the like and subscribe, please. Yes, guys, make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe. It's absolutely free to do it. It's absolutely free. And listen, guys, we are actually battling with the algorithm right now. So if, it would be greatly appreciated if you would help us. We're being shadow banned right now for whatever reason. YouTube goes through these cycles of shilling your channel and then suppressing your channel and then shilling your channel. And it's frustrating, right? How about just a little bit of consistency? That would be great. Hookem says, it's interesting watching these bears all of a sudden flipping to bulls. Must be something brewing. Oh, there's something brewing. There's a doings, a transpiring, my friend. Absolutely. Jake the Snake, Ape, ape want moon now. Moon now. Nice. Absolutely, man. All right, let's get into the chat a little bit here. Watching over on X. How you doing, Rob? Exciting times. Do you think Moonwell starts moving to the upside? Everything's going to start moving to the upside soon. I think a lot of people are going to get caught with their pants down thinking that we're going down, and it's going to be glorious. William, what's up, my dude? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Oh, House just dropped 500 on XYO. There you go, man. There you go. A guy. Good morning, my dude. Spuds is in the house. What's going on? Jesse and James, good afternoon. Not buying any of the poll, but if I had to, it would be XYO. I did buy more Nadix today. There you go. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I always have to put a little bit of variety in the poll, right? So people can select different things. So, Spuds, what's going on, buddy? Joy, hey, Patreon family. Hope everyone is having a great day. Hit the likes. Rob, always dropping great content. Thank you so much. We got a busy day ahead of us today, guys. J Money's in the house. Bulbasaur, first Pokemon of the day. Let's get it. H Barbarina. Got me some Miria Nadix. Nice. There you go, man. Spuds. Jared in the house. Let's DCA while there's still time. You the man, Rob. Thank you so much, brother. As always, guys, make sure you are hitting the like and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free, man. It's absolutely free. It helps us out. So it's greatly, greatly appreciated. Go ahead and check it out, man. Check it out. What else do we have? GSD, July 9th may be a volatile day because of the tariffs. Mr. T already said he does not plan to extend the pause of the tariffs. Yes, you're absolutely right. But, I mean, they have reached deals. I think he said they've reached deals with, I want to say India. Was it India? The talks have opened back up with Canada. So things actually, look pretty good. We'll see what happens. But you're absolutely right. Not a day personally that I would be using to use leverage trading. I would not be doing that. We know that Powell spoke today, guys. We will be covering Powell later tonight in the live stream. Jake the Snake's in the house. Miller Mountain, what's going on? Patience. Ari, what's going on? JD Beats, what's up? Robin Crypto Fam added a little more pith. Nice. Good choice, man. Good choice on pith. I am a fan, brother. I am a fan. Big Botto, juicy prices before takeoff. Absolutely. Take advantage or be left behind, guys. Oh, how it says XYO and Jasmine today. Nice. There you go. I have no dry powder. I'm giving it all she's got, Captain. Giving it all she's got. If I DCA any harder, she's going to blow. Nice. Roberto, my eyes are already crossed. Would the fries help this? They'd cross them even further, man. They cross them even further. Mario, good Tuesday, Senor Rob. Stacking that Moonwell. Nice. There you go. Moonwell for the win, man. Fleming, not buying any of your poll, buying the gem from the Patreon. Nice. I bought some of the gem today, too. I picked some up today as well. I am Jasmine. We're all Jasmine. Always remember, Rob loves you. There she is, Gamma Goddess with the Taco Tuesday and Rob's Margarita time. Let's get it. Hope everyone's doing well. We only have a few months left of the year. We got this. Let's get this money. You got 5 months left of discipline for the rest of your life of financial freedom, guys. The choice is yours. Fleming and also Samir. Nice. There you go. Who's buying Nadix? Everyone's buying Nadix, man. Beebs, what's up, my dude? David's in the house buying some cookie. Nice. Helen just got more for my bag of Swift. Nice. Good pickup, man. I love it. Swift is a great pickup right now. Where are we here? No Zebek to vote. Yeah, Zebek's usually always on there, so I got to make it a little spicy, right? I got to add a little bit for your palate, baby, right? Eric Cartman is right, absolutely. Ty, what's up, my dude? Good to see you, buddy. AK, hello, everyone. I'm not buying any of those either. Zebek's going to be this run's darling. Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. Liquidity, what's going on, man? I'm buying Pith and W. There you go. 2 more fantastic. We got some wormhole news today, by the way. We still following the M2? Of course we are. 100%. 100% we are. I'll show the M2 shortly. I showed the M2 in my video this morning as well. Taking advantage of these prices, scooped up some more Nadix and Miriam. Nice, nice, nice. Mad Adam in the house. Let's get weird, Rob. You greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you too, brother. DCA Tuesday, Braveheart. I'm not getting any of the cryptos in the poll. Well, that's okay. Nah, no more correction. I'll take another dip. There you go. Dips or parabolic. I'm taking advantage of either. I love it. I love the mentality. I love the mentality. Another DCA Tuesday opportunity. What an opportunity to build prior to blast off. I'm not buying anything on the poll because the Patreon gems are just better opportunities for ROI. You're absolutely right. I picked up 2 of the Patreon gems this morning. Hey, Rob, watching you every day, honestly, I would like to go parabolic. And that's fair. That's fair. Rich, give us some good news, Rob. I got some good news today for you, brother. Gain. Can you believe the longest altcoin bear market? 5 years. Focus. Yo, Rob, another beautiful day. Any idea when Wormhole gets listed on Coinbase? No clue, my friend, but it is coming. It is coming. That's what she said. Yeah, funny story. Somebody, I'm going to have to go back in the live stream to look at who it was, what the name was. But some of you guys will remember last week, I think it was Friday or Thursday or Friday. So one of the bears came in here and bet me $100. They asked me, I'll bet you $100 that Bitcoin will fall to $96,000 by the end of Sunday. That's what they said to me. I said, okay, I'll take that bet. And now they're nowhere to be found. Where's my $100, man? Right? Is that I'll give you a $100 super chat if he said he'd give me a $100 super chat if he was wrong and he called for Bitcoin to be $96,000 by Sunday. It's Tuesday and we're still hovering around $106,000. So I guess I'm not going to get that $100 super chat from them. That's bears for you, right? They come in, they say things, and then when they're wrong, they evaporate, they disappear, right? YouTube switched our names back. Yes, they did. Finally, Gain, which means it could possibly be the best alt season. Yes, exactly, Gain, exactly. DCA so far on Zebek, I missed the days when the Patreon community was scooping up at 307. Yes, I'm still buying now, though. Still agree. And there you go. Exactly. Got to still DCA, man. Keep building that bag, right? Sharon, thanks, Rob. Throwback Tuesday. Can we talk about Supra? Some of us were thinking 20238 last night. Great buy. Your exit, is that still on the table? Please don't talk about my exit price points on the YouTube channel from the Patreon. We can talk about it tonight on the Patreon live stream. Still great opportunity to buy in on Zebek. YouTube is as moody as a woman getting a visit from Aunt Flo. Okay, Jake the Snake. The people who hated you on the treadmill are blaming for the shadow are to blame for the shadow banning. Yes, probably. Chase, still bullish on Wormhole Emiria, 100%. Beebs, morning routine, cup of coffee and DCA. Exactly. Over the top, helping. Nice. Chase, sell everything. Helping with Algo. Thank you so much, Over the Top. That's what I need, man. That's what I need. Let's go. We need comments. What do we got? We got 342 people watching, and we have 89 likes. Guys, get the likes up. We got to beat this algorithm, right? Like I said, we are being shadow banned right now. We got to power through. Ken and Lisa, where have you guys been? I can't stand it anymore, Rob. I got to sell it. Lies. I don't believe you. Why all the FUD with Zebek is because, yeah, you know what? It's people that don't really know what they're talking about. He's not influential enough or powerful enough in any way, shape, or form, financially or otherwise, to rock the price. People are just looking for a reason to blame the price action of Zebek right now, so they're manifesting FUD. Now, guys, if you don't know, Jesse is a good friend of mine. He's a Jasmine ambassador, and he comes on the channel from time to time. Now, Jesse said something to me a long time ago that's always stuck with me. He said, when things are between the times when things are exciting, right? You've got a window of time when things are exciting. And in between, if there's no news, People will create their own news, right? And it will generally be bad. So that's what's happening right now, right? ZBEC was doing good. We're waiting for it to, to go parabolic again and do good again. And the in between where it's boring and nothing's happening, people will create their own news, right? That's what happens in the space. And that's what's happening with ZBEC right now. People are manifesting news because they're bored and nothing's happening. And their paranoia is getting the best of them. And as a result, they'll end up losing money because they're being controlled by their emotions. That's what's happening with ZBEC right now, right? I have DCA'd so much that I'm standing on the corner begging for money. Hey, there you go, man. Got to get that extra powder somehow. What happened to the big beautiful bill at Congress? Did it pass? Yes, it did pass, and we're gonna show it in a little bit here. So, Batlander, what's up, man? Rocket is packed and filled up, waiting for launch. There you go. CPI next week. Yep. Verse token rewards BTC at 20. Nice, super fantastic. I'm down pretty big on Moonwell, even with the pump a few hours ago. Thoughts on when Moonwell will take off? Moonwell's going to take off with the rest of the market, my friend. Me personally, when I'm down on projects that I believe in, I DCA to lower my cost average and beef my bags up, man, because my conviction is there, right? So, Danny, hey, Rob, finally made it home. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Welcome home, my friend. Glad you got home safe. Strawberry Dragons, another great day to buy. When the pockets are soft, so you go to work out and make the muscles hard. Touch grass Tuesday, Big Rob. Absolutely, man. I just got off a mile run on the treadmill before I came on this live stream. My bags are packed, Beebs. Let's go, man. It's go time. I remember that jabroni who placed the bet with you. Yes, see, exactly. He bet me $100 that on like Thursday or Friday last week, he swore that Bitcoin would be $96,000 by the end of Sunday. Where's my $100 super chat, bro? Where you at, man? Where you at? Wormhole's already listed on Coinbase. Coinbase Wallet. There's a difference between Coinbase Wallet and Coinbase. The Alligator Alcatraz State. There you go. My Florida family. Hugo, Rob, when the goodies found one-eyed Willie treasure, this better be. Nice. Parallel Life, what's going on? Rip R, I am done with corrections, ready to go. Horace, buying more ACH at these levels. Nice. There you go. I love those ZBEC flutters for my buying opportunities. Got to get up earlier in the morning to fool you, Rob. Exactly. Cryptus, what's going on? Good to see you again. Good to see you again. Alex, what's up, buddy? Ready to cash out. Take a break and come back even stronger over the bull run. Thanks for your guidance, Rob. Hey, no problem, man. JD Beats. So when everyone on the Patreon gets rich this cycle, should we plan to meet up? Yeah, we're going to plan a big party, guys. We're going to plan a big party somewhere. Absolutely. Come to Orlando. The water's warm. I'm honestly not trying to be greedy. I'm happy with anything I make. Just nice. Yeah. But here's the thing. You also have to have that balance because this, like, when you go back into the bear market here, you have to remember, bear market's like 3 to 3.5 years long. It can be grueling, right? So you want to make bank while you have the opportunity. I want to make enough money so that I can get a life on Elon Musk's rocket. A lift. Did you say a lift? Yeah, a lift. To Mars. Heard the Martians are hot. I love your ambition. I love your ambition. Let's get into the news, guys. We are all caught up in the chat. Let's see what's going on around the space today, shall we? Okay. But before we do, as we always do about this time, guys, a quick shout out to the channel sponsor, Decent Biometric Wallet. Not your keys, not your coins, guys. Use our link down below. Get yourself a phenomenal deal. I just covered another story yesterday about North Korea hacking another centralized exchange. That's the second one that they've hacked and stolen money from in the last couple of months. It's not safe to keep your crypto on exchanges, guys. Be safe out there. You can take profits on your Decent wallet. You can swap on there. You can stake through the entire bear market. Gain your interest on either your crypto or your stable coin. They got a 2-for-1 deal on the biometric wallet right now. Once again, use our link down below. Get yourself a phenomenal deal. All right, so yes, let's get into the big, beautiful bill news first, since that's what's top of mind for everybody. The big, beautiful bill has been passed. Check it out.
Vote. The yeas are 50. The nays are 50. The Senate being evenly divided, the Vice President votes in the affirmative. The bill as amended is passed.
Boom.
Let's vote.
There you have it, my friends. There you have it. You love to see it. We got some other things to touch on before we get into the big stuff. Check this out. Circle. Today we introduce Circle's Gateway, a new developer service that enables a unified USDC balance for instant cross-chain liquidity. Maximize efficiency, no more pre-funding or rebalancing across chains. Scale effortlessly, serve demands on multiple chains with one integration. Non-custodial, users retain full control and can withdraw permissionlessly. AVAX base and Ethereum testnets in July. Very, very bullish for Circle, guys. And into the wormhole stuff, check this out, guys. Wormhole's making moves today. Announced today, Wormhole, the top interoperability protocol, will integrate with leading Bitcoin layer stacks, which is the primary layer 2 on Bitcoin's network, unlocking seamless cross-chain flows. So they're now working with stacks, but it doesn't stop there, my friends, because they're also same day announced a new era for Algorand, cross-chain beginning. Wormhole's native token transfers, NTT, are now integrated on Algorand. Boom. 2 big announcements from Wormhole in one day. You'll love to see that, guys, right? You'll love to see that. Now, what else do we have in the news? Check this out. It gets better. SEC has approved the ETF conversion of Grayscale's digital large cap funds, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. There you have it, my friends. Big things popping, little things stopping. We'll get into a video first, and then we will continue into some of the other news. What do we got? We got a super chat here from Brian. My bags are so packed. Let's go, Brian. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, my friend. It really means everything to me, my friend. It means everything. Johnny, what's up, buddy? The OG of the channel, guys. Johnny will always get the entrance he deserves. He was the first channel member ever to support the channel almost 3 years ago now, starting to get close to 3 years, I think. So Johnny is the OG, always been here supporting me. I appreciate you, buddy. Chicken Dinner, what's up? What do you think about Solo and Corium? Sologenic and Corium? I love them. I also love Flare and Songbird as well. I love the entire XRP ecosystem for the most part. The bill is only passed in the Senate. It still has to go back to the House. Yes, it will get there, man. It'll get there one step at a time. Johnny says, I am the OG of Rob's channel. Yes, he is. If you had to guess, what's your price prediction for Nadix over the next few days? I'm not going to, guys, that's insane, guys. It really is insane, right? I start getting all of these little kind of time frames. We're like, well, what's the price going to be in the next couple of days? What's the price going to be, 2 weeks from Tuesday? What's the price going to be like? Man, it depends on a lot of macroeconomic factors, right? If you wanted to know what the price is going to be in the peak of the bull run, what my opinion is on that, but I mean, in the next few days, I mean, I have no idea, my friend. I have no idea, right? What's up, Rob? Open the crypto floodgates. Absolutely. Kizza, what's up, buddy? Hope you're good. Scorcher in the UK, 32 degrees, and working isn't fun. I think it's about 30 to 32 here today as well, man. JD Beats, have you ever tried getting YouTube to sponsor Yubico to sponsor you? I use for added layers of protection. Accounts can never be too safe in the space. I know, I've never tried that. I've never tried. Grayscale are not our friend. Yes, I agree with you. But it's still bullish news. Ari, Wormhole, absolutely. Cookie Dow's gonna melt faces. Yes, it is. Rob, what's the price for Bunker Buster? Gonna need to open my crypto. Needed to open my crypto vault. All right, let's get into it. Republican CEO Andrew Degree on the launch of SpaceX token. What?
Again, Andrew Turkey is the co-CEO of investing platform Republic. Republic announcing it launched a SpaceX token. Of course, SpaceX owned by Elon Musk, which mirrors the performance of private shares of the company. Actually, you know what? Before we even go there, let me just ask you, since we've been watching this together.
Sure.
One of the big questions about, by the way, the future of SpaceX is the relationship that Elon Musk has with the government and with this administration, given that they are responsible in large part for assigning big contracts and also regulating this business. How much do you worry, as somebody who's now gone all in on SpaceX, about the politics that he's engaged in?
The reality is a lot of these different private companies have these different government contracts, and they rely on, could be subsidies, it could be the relationships, lobbyists. Investing in private companies has a risk to it, but also that's where the greatest upside is, right? So since the 1930s, retail has been kept out of private businesses, right? Now this is the first time where they'll be able to have access to the upside and not simply only be able to participate at the IPO level.
Okay, so here's the question, though, about all of this. And now we're going to go back, because before we started this interview, or before we were so, interrupted by the president, what you're doing, you are ultimately bypassing to some degree the SEC rules that have been put in place around buying private companies for accredited investors. Accredited investors mean you have more than $1 million to do this. You're allowing people to buy into a private company that doesn't have the same disclosure rules as the public ones do.
Sure.
For people who can buy it in even small increments. What's the smallest?
$50.
$50, smallest piece you can buy. How are you technically doing this? Meaning, are you buying the underlying stocks in a foreign investment trust of some sort, and then mirroring that in a token here? Is that what's really happening? Just so we're clear.
And one of the reasons we launched SpaceX first is we already have exposure to SpaceX. So we have that underlying asset. The others that we're launching, and including today and throughout the next couple of weeks, same thing. We either have the underlying asset or we have access to the underlying asset. So ultimately, that will sit with us.
And so the question is, why do you believe, this is a regulatory question, ultimately, quote unquote, tokenizing a private asset that otherwise you could not own is not going to be contested?
We fundamentally disagree with the U.S. accreditation system, and particularly me personally.
If you don't understand, guys, really quick, what they're doing here is it's a pre-IPO company, and they're finding a way around the accredited investor program, because with an accredited investor program, what that means basically is that if you don't have at least $1 million of investments, you're not allowed to invest in pre-IPO companies or companies that have not gone public yet, right? So, which is a scam, right? It's kind of a scam, because only the rich can get in on the early volatility and get in early on companies, right? You, as the average retail investor, are prohibited from participating in making life changes. So what happens is the rich buy these pre-IPO stocks at pennies on the dollar. Then the company goes public, and so let's say they buy it for 3 cents. And then if they go public, stock goes up to $1. You, as a retail investor, now you're like, ooh, I'm going to buy this, right? You're buying it at $1. They're selling what they bought at 3 cents to you at $1. And that's a fixed system, right? The rich continue to get rich that way, and the retail continue to buy stocks after the volatility, for the most part, has been exhausted, right? So what they're doing is they're tokenizing pre-IPO stocks so that the average retail investor can buy into it. It's a workaround of the accredited investor program, and I think, honestly, I'm of two minds about the accredited investor program. I do believe it's a scam, and a lot of intelligent retail investors lose out because of it. However, one of the reasons they have it is because they say that the average retail investor is not mentally and emotionally mature enough to invest in a pre-IPO company. And if you look around the crypto space, you can agree with that 100%. You see idiots all over the place. They're hopping on X and in YouTube comment sections making derogatory comments because projects are not pumping when they want them to. That's exactly what they're hedging against in the stock market, right? These people would behave the exact same way buying stocks of pre-IPO companies if the stock didn't take off or wasn't, acting in a volatile manner to the upside when they wanted to. They would be doing the same thing. They'd be on X, they'd be whining, they'd be complaining. They're not mature enough to invest at all, period, really. So that's the whole purpose behind the accredited investor program, is to keep people like that out of the stock market. And it is really, in my opinion, only a matter of time, probably years, that they'll probably get an accredited investor program instituted into the crypto market as well, to keep those degenerate, mentally and emotionally immature people out, right? Because they can't, let's be honest here. Every single person watching me on this live stream right now has seen someone in crypto act like a complete and utter moron, spewing toxic comments everywhere, and they're bearish and they're whining and they're complaining. They're everywhere. You've all seen them, right? The accredited investor program is designed to keep those people out, right? Because they can't handle it. So this is a workaround.
Something that is put into place in the 1930s to protect consumers ultimately, right? But as we look at, the world has changed drastically now. If a mother of two in Iowa can mortgage her house and go put it all on black on Vegas, but she can't own pre-IPO SpaceX, that's insane.
Okay, so we can all have, we can have philosophical debates. We can have a philosophical debate about whether the law is a good law or a bad law. That I'm with you about.
Right, but we now have a structure in a way that allows us to facilitate this type of offering completely within the existing U.S. structure to allow this to happen.
Has this been approved by the SEC?
Where
are you with the SEC right now?
Yeah, so we have active conversations with them. We consider them a close partner, and we're going to continue to work with them through this process. But we're not using something new. We're using something that's pre-existing.
Have they told you that have they given their blessing on this?
No, that's not really how that works. I mean, they're evaluating it ultimately.
Right. And so my question is, what is the risk to somebody who engages with you, buys a token of SpaceX, and let's say 6 months from now, the SEC comes out with a proclamation that says the tokenization of foreign assets, which is what this effectively is not allowed for investors that are, quote unquote, not accredited?
Great question. So we have to file what's known as a Form C anyway. So that has to go through its ultimate approval process. We do that as a business. We've done it hundreds, thousands of times. As we get through that is when the distributions happen. Mm-hmm. And so once that is approved, distributions take place, everything is in the clear. And so we're going through that process now.
But what I'm asking is, if it's not in the clear, what happens to your money?
Well, we won't take in that cash, the investment, until that is in place.
Are you doing this with the blessing of Elon Musk and SpaceX?
No, we don't have to ask for permission or beg for forgiveness. The structure that we are using doesn't require any approvals from
I just wonder if you do that, though, if other companies down the road are going to say, I don't want you as a private investor so that you have this underlying asset to then resell to other people.
The futures contracts exist outside of us, right? So if you want,
private companies can choose who they want to let in.
Sure. But the reality is we are not doing anything that's out of bounds.
But will you sell tokens on anything that you don't have an underlying asset ownership?
No, if I don't have either, let me be clear. If I don't either have the underlying asset or direct access to the underlying asset, we wouldn't touch it.
And will you not sell more than, what's the limiting factor on how many tokens you could sell for your underlying stake?
What we have ultimate allocation to. I mean, we're limited in retail. We use something called Reg CF, which has a $5 million limit for U.S. retail. But there's Reg CF, Reg D, Reg S. These are all these different exemptions that we use in order to facilitate these transactions. But regardless, we can only sell what we have access to.
Can we just call a spade a spade? Effectively, what you're doing, you agree, I think, that what you're doing is effectively at odds with what the law is intended to do. How about that?
I don't know if I want to say we're at odds. We're using the laws that exist. We're not bypassing anything. We're using a pre-existing structure that has been tried and true.
Right, but you recognize the intention of the SEC law was to prevent the public from the public with less than $1 million of being an accredited investor from accessing private company stock, because the view was that they didn't have the same kinds of disclosures and rules that a public did, and that effectively this is a workaround to that.
I think the reality is when you really titrate it down, ultimately, we very much limit what people's exposure can even be to this, right? If the maximum that anyone can do in the SpaceX offering is $5,000, right? So we are giving people an opportunity to participate in a very limited capacity in something that they've been kept out of previously.
What is the fee structure to you?
Yeah, so that there when we
for the privilege of accessing this, what I'll call workaround for now.
Yeah,
I pay you what?
So where we really make at the end, where we're going to make our money, is in the secondary trading. So once the asset is trading on our secondary market, because we own the only 24/7, 365 ATS for trading of digital assets. No one else has that for digital securities. Okay. So we'll make a percentage on the trades up and down in that secondary market.
Okay, but what about the fees that I would pay?
There's no direct fees from right now in our current offering. Could be changed in the future.
So if I spend $5,000, if I buy $5,000 worth of SpaceX, that's a better deal than Fidelity gives. I mean, I have to pay Fidelity something, right?
Yeah, ultimately, because what you'll have is what we're setting it up at whatever the previous round is, whatever just took place. You get to get in at the same point that everyone else just did.
Right. Let me ask you one other just philosophical question.
Yeah.
I know you disagree with the accredited investor conceit.
Sure.
We watched a whole bunch of SPACs go public.
Oh, yeah.
In the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And they're coming back right now. But there was a period of time where people were all in on SPACs. And the argument was, you got to give people access to stuff early. It's part of the American dream.
Yeah.
If you ever want people to be able to catch up and experience that dream, you have to let them into this kind of format of an opportunity. And the truth is that most of them did not perform.
Yeah.
And actually performed quite badly. And there were a lot of promoters out there promoting lots of things that did not come true whatsoever.
Yep.
And that was always the argument against allowing retail investors that didn't have enough money effectively to lose to play that game.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, one of the areas I think SPACs really went wrong is the forward-looking statements, right? Ultimately, what you saw was these crazy projections that they were allowed to put out, ultimately, that became a trap for retail investors, right?
But isn't that the same trap, some people would argue, for private companies? Because they can put out those forward projections too, by the way.
They certainly.
So what's the difference?
Yeah, I mean, they certainly can. But I think when you looked at the SPAC structure, because it was these public market environments, people had a lot of confidence in it. And that because they went into it with that level of confidence, because there's like, I'm protected, this is public market, wasn't reality, right? They fell into that forward-looking statement. These are private markets. There's inherent risk in private markets, undoubtedly. But ultimately, how you look at private markets versus public markets is different. It's not the same.
Very, very interesting. Very interesting. We're going to get into the chat because I see some comments in regards to the accredited investor program. Let's get caught up in the chat here first. Liquidity, scooping up these DCAs, won't let them pass me by. We've seen much worse days. Yes, absolutely. Hoping July turns around. July is going to be good, in my opinion. It's going to be very good. Manny, not buying nothing today. Still broke, like 90% of retail. But tomorrow, I'll be doing some light DCAing into Well and Myriad. There you go, man. There you go. Where's inverse Kramer? We needed to say. Yes, exactly. Moj, Jasmine, absolutely. Focus, yo, Wormhole, now showing on Coinbase. Can't transfer or trade yet, but yeah, I think we're days away. There you go. Not a fan of Andrew. Fair enough. Rob needs to do an XRP $100 price prediction short to boost up his subscriptions. It's funny, you know, like, I am trying to do a lot more XRP content because I like XRP a lot. I've held it for a very, very long time. The problem is that you're exactly right, Gain. XRP army, so to speak, won't subscribe to my channel and won't follow me because I won't tell them that XRP is going to $100, right? That makes them angry, and that makes them not like me because I'm being honest, and I'm not, I could make videos galore saying XRP is going to these insane prices too and get hundreds of thousands of subscribers by saying it. But yeah, I won't do that, right? I'm an honest person, and I'm not going to BS people like that with these unrealistic expectations, because that's how people get wrecked, right? And XRP people will not subscribe to my channel because I'm telling them that XRP is going to like $6, and they want me to tell them that it's going to $100 or something. So then they get mad at me and they leave, negative comments. It's a bad look for the XRP community, realistically, right? But definitely get to 100K subs, yes. Mr. Wright, accredited investor rules just protect the rich. Well, I mean, listen, it's a double-edged sword, guys, with the accredited investor program. Like I said, I'm of two minds about it. I do believe that it's scammy, and that the intention and the reason that the accredited investor program exists is for intellectually dishonest reasons, right? So that the rich can continue to get rich. That's the reason they're doing it. However, the people that are saying, you should be able to spend your money, it's your money, but I don't disagree with what you're saying, right? You're bang on with what you're saying. The problem is you're talking about it from a position of somebody who doesn't act on emotion and stuff like that. You invest on logic and things like that, right? That's the position that you're coming from when you say that, and you're absolutely right. The problem is there are way too many people who mentally and emotionally cannot handle the volatility of buying into pre-IPO companies. We see it in crypto all the time, right? I mean, look at people, all the time. Jasmy, Zebek, Onyx Coin. You see the comments all the time. People like, well, the price isn't doing anything. Like, this is a scam. This is BS. Like, it's not doing what I want it to do. You see it all the time, right? Those people are everywhere, and they cannot handle it, right? They're not like you, the individual who's making the comment saying, it's your money, you should be able to spend it however you want. They can't handle themselves like you're handling yourself, right? They're more of like, think about them more like an addicted, a gambler that's addicted, right? And they'll just wreck themselves, right? So they do need to be protected from themselves, right? So, I mean, how many people do you see in crypto? They constantly buy the top and sell the bottom because they don't know what the hell they're doing, right? So those people have to be protected with these types of programs. It's unfortunate, but they can't control themselves, right? I mean, just look at the comment section on some of my videos, right? You can see it. They can't control themselves. Like the spokesperson phrase for those people is, I'm only speaking the truth. I'm only speaking the facts. And they don't even know that they're emotional. That's the thing. They don't even realize it, right? Jimmy, I agree with that, but let people make their own decisions. Yeah. Zero-sum game. This is a rule of investing. Yeah. They don't get that though, right? There's too many people who come into crypto investing period, whether it's precious metals, stocks, crypto, housing, whatever it is. Too many people come into investing not knowing how to invest, not having a strategy, not knowing anything, and just throwing money at stuff. And when it doesn't work out, they get upset, right? Like just for example, we have a Patreon community of thousands of people, and we have mentorship coaching calls every single day over there, and it's completely affordable, right? Ours are like $20. Most of the other content creators charge like $100 or more, right? And people will still choose, with no plan, no experience, and no idea what they're doing, to not pay that $20 to invest in themselves and their education, right? That's just the way it is, man, right? People should be able to invest a percentage based on their net worth. Oh, there's an idea. Hey, Rob, what do you think about Velo? Velo, I am a fan of Velo. I don't hold it, but I would hold it. So it's your money. You earned it. You should be able to spend it, blow it, or invest it. Only one of them is illegal for most people. Yeah. Would 2 million Jasmine bring better ROI versus? It depends on where you think both projects are going, man. Guys, make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. What do we got right now? Let's check it out. We have 460 people watching, and we only have 134 likes. Let's try to get it as close to 200 likes as we can, guys. That would be greatly appreciated. I would love the accredited investor rules to be removed, but would rather foreign crypto exchanges to embrace the U.S. again. There you go. The last thing they're doing is trying to protect. Yeah, hey, like I said, Jimmy, you're absolutely right. The reason that they're doing it, their motivations are from an intellectually dishonest position. I agree with you. While I agree that too many people are too emotional to truly benefit from pre-IPO stocks, how the hell are people supposed to learn how to invest properly? There's a lot of different ways you can do it, Jake the Snake. Like I just said, you could join the Patreon and join our mentorship coaching calls that we do every day to learn how to invest properly, right? But people don't want to pay for education. They don't want to pay someone to teach them how to do something. They want a free ride, right? If I'm literally sitting here right now telling people for $20 a month over on the Patreon, you can learn to become a successful investor. How many of you over on the Patreon have made like high six figures? We've helped 43 people hit 7-figure portfolios just this year over there, right? For $20. But there's still people out there that feel that paying the $20 to be on the Patreon is not worth getting a 6-figure or 7-figure portfolio to them. They want someone to do it for free for them, right? So when you ask Jake how the hell you're supposed to learn how to be a successful investor, well, you have to invest in your education. And most people are not willing to do that, right? Horace, I'm an XRP guy and I think you're awesome. Can you tell me what you think about Proppy? I love Proppy, Horace. I love Proppy. Fantastic project. It was way ahead of its time in the last cycle. It's still ahead of its time. Fractionalized mortgages, tokenized mortgages, going to be a big deal in the future, my friend. I love Proppy. Hey, brother Rob, how are you? Good and healthy, as we need you to be energetic so that you can keep us that way. Absolutely. Man, I hope you're good. Yes, I'm feeling good, man. I just went for a run before I went live. I ran a mile on the treadmill. I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. David, what's up, buddy? Braveheart, in my honest opinion, the accredited investor program seems a way to create an unfair play. Oh, absolutely. That's undeniable. That's undeniable. Wendy, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. Join the Patreon or you're missing out. KK, where have you been, man? I'm new to crypto. What did I miss? Oh, man. KK, you've been with me for years too, man. How you doing? Wendy says, hit the like button on the way in. Hit 200 likes, and Rob will do Terra Luna $200 price prediction. Yes. What are we at? 464 viewers. 147 likes. We're working our way up, guys. We're getting there. A guy says 6 figures here and getting ready for 7. There we go, man. Accredited investor. I got something accredited for the SEC. Fair point. It takes a serious person to actually invest in themselves. Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people just don't, right? They want someone to come along and help them get rich for free. That's what most people want, right? If I'm literally telling someone, hey man, if you give me $20 a month, I'll help you build a 6 or 7 figure portfolio over the next couple of years, right? Most people go, I'm not paying $20 for 6 or 7 figure portfolio. It's crazy, right? Jokes aside, do research and learn before investing in it. Yes, absolutely, Gain. Absolutely. That's another thing that I'm actually releasing a series of videos over on the Patreon. I'm working on them right now. Step by step, how to do your research on projects, right? how to vet projects before you invest in them. Those not paying for the Patreon are foo-foo coffee drinkers. just playing. They burn Teslas. Just playing. It's 48 a month. Did I miss something? Depends where you are in the world, my friend. Your dollar could be different valuation. My 7-figure win will come in December 2025 with your help. Patreon is the best bang for your buck. Absolutely, man. Everyone's time is worth something. At $20, you're practically giving your time for free after all is said and done. And you make first set of profits, guys. There you go. Absolutely, Tyler. Absolutely. Easy. I'm late. 50 push-ups. We'll research for alpha. There you go, man. I'll be happy with any coins doing 10x or 20x from here. Nice. This convo about accredited investors really makes me realize how we are really all weirdos. All right, let's get through this article, guys, and then we got to get. I'm actually going to be doing a live stream over on the Patreon as soon as we're done this one here. So make sure you guys get over there for that. We're going to continue the conversation. If you got questions, you need answers, get over there, join the live stream. Less than 15% of Bitcoin is left on crypto exchanges, signaling a supply problem. Bitcoin exchange reserves have fallen below 15%, suggesting a supply shock as institutional demand from exchange-traded funds grows. Bitcoin's percent supply on exchanges has dropped to near 7-year lows, falling to 14.5% for the first time since August 2018, Glassnode data shows. Diminishing Bitcoin supply on exchanges may signal an incoming price rally fueled by supply shock, which occurs when a strong buyer demand meets decreasing available Bitcoin. This trend usually signals rising investor confidence and a shift towards long-term holding. For example, Bitcoin is typically transferred to cold storage or self-custody wallets, reducing the liquid supply available for trading. Whales often withdraw Bitcoin after buying, signaling ongoing accumulation. With fewer coins available for sale, short-term sell pressure diminishes. OTC, or over-the-counter desks, which facilitate large private cryptocurrency trades, are also experiencing a tighter supply. These desks typically match buyers and sellers, but depend on maintaining BTC reserves for swift and reliable trade execution. The cumulative balance of BTC held in known OTC addresses is at a historic low. Crypto Quant data shows a 21% decline in OTC address balances linked to miners since January, now down to an all-time low of 155,472 Bitcoin gain, to answer your question. The figure reflects inflows from over 2 unique one-hop addresses tied to mining pools. Excluding miners and centralized exchange addresses, this data aggregates inflows from over 2 distinct one-hop addresses connected to mining pools, excluding miners themselves and centralized exchange addresses. The increasing scarcity on exchanges and OTC desks can amplify price surges as demand outstrips supply. The Bitcoin balance available on OTC is in free fall, crypto chiefs said in a recent X post. Bitcoin remains strong above $100,000 psychological support, a level that is held since May 28th, despite seeing 2.85% losses over the last 2 days. Bitcoin's resilience above $100,000 mark is backed by strong institutional demand and shrinking, according to Focus 3B agency founder Lou. This demand is most evident in spot Bitcoin ETF inflows, which have recorded 15 days of consecutive inflows. According to data from So Value, the streak began on June 9th with inflows of over $386 million and continued through Monday with an additional $102 million in inflows. In total, over $4.7 billion in capital moved into spot Bitcoin ETFs over the past 15 days. Maintaining the $100,000 psychological support with a will be critical for securing Bitcoin's upside and avoiding significant downside volatility. A potential Bitcoin correction below $100,000 would liquidate over $6.42 billion worth of longs. That's crazy, guys. Numerous analysts say that Bitcoin dropping below $100,000 is becoming less likely, setting optimistic targets for the rest of 2025, ranging from $140,000 to above $200,000. So, as you guys know, my target for Bitcoin in this bull run is between $150,000 and $180,000. So that lines up perfectly with what I've been saying for a while now. So. Crypto John is a clown. It had to be said. I mean, yes, let's just address the elephant in the room here, right? Cancel that fifth streaming service you have us and subscribe to the Patreon. I guarantee the Patreon will bring you more happiness. Yes, absolutely, man. Okay, my question answered. I saw you ask it as I was reading it. Game. Man. Tola, thank you so much, my friend, for supporting the channel. Greatly, greatly appreciated, guys. Thank you guys for being here and supporting me here. I absolutely love this community. Listen, guys, I have a live stream to get to over on the Patreon. You don't want to miss it. If you have questions, guys, it's a live interactive Zoom call. You can get all your questions answered in real time. We also do open mic Friday nights. You're going to want to get in on those, guys. That is where we turn the camera and the microphone over to you, and you are in control. So check that out as well, guys. It's a fantastic time. We got thousands of members who participate. It's a great time. Educational content. We have mentorship coaching calls every single day. We do daily picks. I'm actually dropping my daily picks, altcoin picks today as well. Obviously today it's a daily thing, right? So that video is coming out. And I also have a series of videos breaking down step by step how to do your research properly into these crypto projects before you invest in them. If you want to learn how to do research properly, guys, that series of videos is coming out over on the Patreon. Let me teach you how to do this properly. If you want to learn to do what I do successfully, guys, the link is down below. It's in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description. It's everywhere you want to be. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. David, welcome to the family, my friend. We will be live over on the Patreon in about 20-25 minutes, David. Hopefully you can join us over there. It's going to be a good time. And I will see you guys in the next one. God bless.